Blessed love to each and every one out there. Give thanks to life. It's your boy Slick T. We're about to take this to another level. It's all about love, respect, reality, trust. Your trust about. It's about reality. Be truthful. It's about reality. Be grateful. Right, so we on the inside right about now. We're gonna be interviewing the man himself, Jamie aka Malibu. Be careful. Read the scriptures. Pray every day. Let's read all our seeds and expand on good ones. I hear the voices from a spiritual mindset. Yes, so we just getting ourselves ready. Let's try for the better. It's about reality. Good night to everyone here tuning into the live right about now. It's about reality. Be grateful. It's about gonna be talking about music. Gonna be talking about good vibes as well. It's about reality. Good night to you, Fallon. Yes. We must see a smile. Make it worthwhile. Yes, yes, yes. So making sure the live builds up right about now. Put on your crown. Be happy and proud. In front of the crowd. It's about reality. Be truthful. It's about reality. Be grateful. So waiting for Jamil to just come in and waiting for the Malibu man. Hey, so we got you here, man.
Yeah. Hi, man. What's going on, man?
Yeah.
Thanks for having me. Man.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, I must say a special good night to each and everyone on the inside here. My name is Slick T, the entertainer. With us on the interview, we have the man himself, Jamie, aka Malibu. Tell us how you're going, man.
Thanks for the intro, though. Thanks for the intro, too, man. Thanks, everybody, for having me. Good night. Assalamu alaikum. Asitaram. Namaste. To each and everybody on the live. To all around the world. To my homeland, man, Trinidad and Tobago.
Yes, man. And it's really good to see you and to hear from you, man. So tell us, man, where you're from?
Well, I'm originally from South Trinidad, Princestown area, to be exact. The exact place is Garfield, Williamsville. That's close to Princeton, right? That's where I'm originally from. But I live in Canada, Ontario, Simcoe, Ontario. I reside out there now, outside. For the past almost 7 years. Yep.
Wow. Yeah, that time flies, eh?
Oh yeah, it's it just seems like yesterday, man. Yep. It just seems like yesterday, you know, when you think back and, you know, how fast time flies, you know, and we actually lost almost 2 years, if you know what I mean. Everybody, not me alone, most people we all lost 2 years. It's something that we can't get back. You know what I mean? So, all these things play a big, you know, everything's slow everywhere. It's now starting to kick back up. Some places, it's like the struggle is still there and it's like it will never end. You know what I mean? But fortunately in Canada, we all can move around and do our stuff as normal again. Everything is back to normal here, man.
All right, well, I'm happy to hear that, man, Jamie aka Malibu. So
yeah,
in what year you started singing, though?
Well, I launched my first song in 2019. I started singing professionally, Chutney Soca music professionally in 2019. But I grew up pretty much singing not really singing like publicly and internationally and stuff, but singing like in functions and in bhajans and in masjids and stuff. The first set of music I will know myself singing is Arabic songs in masjid. My mom's side family was Hindus. So I grew up
Okay,
in
cool.
temple and grew up singing bhajan and grew up singing Arabic. And you know, I grew up. I'm a 100% true Trinidadian because I the church is not too far away from me. I for the first 13, 14 years of my life, I lived at Ivy Village, and we lived directly across the road from Baptist church,
Okay.
directly across the road. So it's not that everything, came to Canada. In this part of the country, there is no mosque, temples, so I go to church. You know what I mean? So by doing these things, going up for kill in Trinidad, it gained me a lot of stuff out here. You could enter any one of God's house.
Yes.
And
Amen to
that's
that.
where my music took come in, because if a lot of you guys probably hear me music, a lot of people hear me music and was really captivated by the lyrical content of the music,
Yes.
by the cleanliness of the songs,
Mm-hmm.
and it's chutney. So it's something that you don't really hear in the chutney industry too often.
True that.
Now, I grew up amongst the greatest artists who ever lived in Trinidad and Tobago. The person that created soca, the person that created Chutney Soca, that's the person I pretty much grew up around, not really 100% wrong, but grew up meeting him, grew up talking to him. From a little kid, and I never knew I would have been in this position today, doing it, trying my best to stay clean, trying my best to stay positive, trying my best to stay the way that I am, you know what I mean? And I would have never do it if it wasn't for the people that supported my first song, Diamonds and Gold. You
Yes.
know,
And that's the song I just played there a while ago.
yeah, Diamonds and Gold, it's still today, it's something big right now in Canada because it's being featured in a four-part documentary movie
All right.
in southwestern Ontario. So no matter sometimes you may not hear an artist's music being airplayed right through 100% because of certain reasons, but the market out there is what people want to really really hear. The negative aspect of the music is too much. It's too
Yeah,
much
yeah.
for human beings to fathom, yo.
Hmm.
So some people or some guys need to step up and actually, okay, for example, a lot of the young people do
Yes.
not know what an original calypso, original kaiso, or original chutney song is.
Hmm.
Chutney soca.
Right.
Now, don't get me wrong. Chutney is totally different, guys.
Yes, it is.
Don't get me. It's totally different from chutney soca, guys. Right? So that's it. I always want to stay in the chutney soca side, the kaiso side, the calypso side, the 100% Trinidadian culture side.
Right, right. And that
You
and
know
that
what I
brings me
mean?
and that brings me to the next question. You know, the type of music that you like, you just touched a bit about it. So you could go ahead and continue on that trend as well with the type of music. And you said Chutney and Soca and Calypso. You could go ahead. You could
Yeah,
expand on
those
that a
music
little.
is totally different, and people portray the new type of music in the Eastern industry as a form of chutney soca. Guys, that's a different genre of music.
Yes.
It's a totally different genre of music. You're rebuilding stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And that can, for me, all due respect to the guys, they do a very, very wonderful job. I listen to the music. I love the music. Every single day the music play in my house. I still commend them, but we as Trinidadian guys,
Yes. Trinity
we
the
are
whole. And
Trinis.
I'm seeing here there's a little request that came in here as well. I'm seeing here from your lovely wife. Good evening. Blessings to my husband, Jamie, aka Malibu, and his latest release. But don't worry, we'll
Oh
be
yeah,
coming to that shortly.
oh yeah.
You'll be coming to
That's
that part in
that's
a while, right? So,
actually that latest song made people cry, yo.
yes, it
People
is.
cried. And second song, my music, a lot of people called me and was a couple of people called me and was tearing up. my second song especially, that was the hardest thing I ever did.
Wow.
Yeah, it was my second song. That's the hardest thing. That's the greatest thing I will ever do. I think I ever did so far in music. It took me almost a year and a half to compose the song because of the realness of the song, the realness of the
Wow.
music. The
Yes.
story came from a real story that happened in South Trinidad back in 2003.
Okay.
The person survived, one of the persons survived, and I was pleasure to meet the person and got the story.
All
And
right.
one of the reasons why I did this song was every Christmas, every Easter, every special occasions, this
Yes.
person will cry careless, countlessly. This person will never stop crying because that's the time, you know, it arose back in this person, and this person was pretty much, you can say thrown out. Like, you know what I mean? People didn't really care about this person too much. And I
Okay.
heard this story, and I decided, I say, here we're going. I'm gonna kind of ease the, and I wrote the song. I sent the story to my mom.
Okay.
That is a big respect to my mom, Sri Anaki Soon. That's my right hand. That's the person who helped me here, yo. That's the person who created Malibu as the artist, as a son, as a person here. That's the person who did. Um, if I personally had to do this on my own, I wouldn't have been here talking to you, buddy. But my
Yeah.
mom and my dad, my brother, my sisters, these are the guys who pushed me. My wife, my kids, my niece, my nephews. These are the guys who pushed me to be here because of the composition and the realness of these songs. Now I never knew it would have actually touched people like this.
Right. So I mean, you're talking about the experience. You're talking about the stuff with your mom as well, and
Yeah.
how she inspired you, and
Oh, yeah,
you're
that's the
really
person
going through a process
that's
in
the
your life
person.
and getting others involved. And you
Oh,
know,
yeah.
just talking about the music that you like. Right. What I was gonna
Oh,
ask
yeah.
you as well, you know, in terms of your artists, who are your favorites? Like in Trinidad and Tobago and international as well. Like who are your
Uh,
favorites? Like who you look up to?
the person that I really look up to in music is Lord Shorty. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Ras Shorty. That's the creator of the genre of music that I do.
Okay.
Um, um, yeah. Number two, David Rodder. The person that really brings it real. Um, in the chutney industry, I still like Sundar Prabhu, obviously. Um, Ramaraji Prabhu, I grew up listening to that person, Ramaraji Prabhu, as a kid. Um, and it's like registered in my head from that's from in the 80s, you know. So definitely Ramaraji Prabhu, who is one of my number one on top. She's
Yes.
the official queen of chutney music. Uh, a lot of the older heads is what really motivated me to motivates me mostly. Um, Nirmal Gosain, Reni Ramnarayan, Bollywood, all these guys is motivation. You know, how it's not how they portray themselves. I look at background as well. You know, I look at background and how how it's supposed to be and stuff. Oh yeah, but my biggest motivation is my mom, yo.
And Jimmy, aka Malibu, can you share a couple of your best memories you had in performing on stage?
Actually, I'm a two-time finalist in Chutney Fest, Toronto, Ontario. I'm actually I'm not the type, not really the type. I haven't been um like okay, my music is not really for clubs and bars and these kind of stuff. So I'm a different type of chap. You know, my music, I cannot be disrespectful to the people that I know and to the
Mm.
people who have lots of respect for me doing what I do, to go and upset myself and my music in a club or in a bar to entertain a alcoholic crowd. When you listen
Okay.
to my conscious lyrics in my music, it's
Mm-hmm.
my music is for people to listen, not for people to hear. You know what I mean? If you want to hear music, you're going to party, you're going to hear music. If you want to listen music and listen what these things is about, You know what I mean? Instead of gonna listen, that is what my music is about. So being on a stage is just for these guys who doing it to take care of the family. You know, this what I do is a hobby that I do.
Okay,
Right?
cool.
This I do not do music for a living, at least yet. One of my song and take off to be like a Michael Jackson song, or hopefully as yet, or one of these big artist song, hopefully as yet. As this
All right,
as you know but I can go on
right.
the next page.
All right, but okay, really and truly, what I was really trying to bring across, right? I know you said you don't really perform in, I can understand that you don't perform in bars and clubs and stuff. Like, do you have like any sort of memories you like to share with us,
Oh
like in
yeah,
terms of like performing, like otherwise, like if it's at church or
oh
what
yeah,
exactly? I know
oh
everybody
yeah.
has their own preference. Some people
Yeah,
like it
back
in bars,
in
some like in clubs,
I
you
think
know.
was back
But
in 2000 or 2001. It could be 1999.
right.
Um I was the founder of a group called the Grassroots Youth Organization,
Mm-hmm.
where we hold two big Diwali celebrations. In that year, I sang in three Diwali celebrations around the Williamsville area.
Okay.
That was my first time ever performing on a stage. Back then, these things I probably have I forget how it was and stuff. That was the first I was on a stage. But back then, going to
Yes.
functions when we have to sing casitas and stuff, and when we
Okay.
was younger, me and my big sister always push my little sister to sing the casitas because we always was nervous. We always was scared.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
feel, like yes, we also always push my little sister, smaller sister to come and sing these casitas, but we will be singing too. But
okay.
we will put her at the front because we will be, you know what I mean? Like that, but afterwards now, is my little sister will kind of pull us to be this brave first people, you know what I mean, to sing in front of a few people, not a crowd to say, well, 300 and 400, probably about 8, 9, 10 people. You know what I mean? When you go in temple and when you go in satsang long time to sing bhajans, it's just
Yes,
probably about 8 or 10 people. And you're scared to sing then. So if you're going in
of
front
course.
of about 1,000 or 2,000 people, what's gonna happen to
Yeah,
you?
yeah.
You know what I mean? But that was back then, now growing up after, no, we keep writing compositions, but I was never, I didn't have the opportunity to do any music in Trinidad. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
All right.
Because
No problem.
certain reasons, the industry wasn't a lot of things. Personal, I wasn't
Mm-hmm.
pushing myself 100%. All these things play out.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
when I
we
came to
understand.
Canada, I met some people, and they introduced me to producers and introduced me to people
Right,
who
right.
could record my music and do me, my musical part of my songs. And they were I met the Destiny Studios. Stephen Anand, that's my producer. That's the guy who um arrange all my music, do all the musical arrangement, be all the music here in Diamonds and Gold, School Bells, and this last song.
Yes.
Destiny Studios in Brampton, Ontario. Stephen Anand, that's the guy who built all my music. Yeah, they build all my music from scratch here.
All right.
Nowadays it's
Mhm. And that's good to hear, man. I mean, we just trying to, always get to clear things up and to make sure everybody has a clear understanding. And what we gather as well, right? Remember, always singing with conscious and stuff, right? Remember, we will have our own different views as well, right? We have to always understand and remember that as well. So, it's always good to clear things up and say, hey, you have a preference of you would know what crowd you would like to put your music forward for. I mean, everyone has their own preference as well. So I could if once it's like let's say you're saying inspirational music like conscious and stuff
yeah.
and Chutney, all that is good as well, Jimmy. And I'm really
Yeah.
happy to know that you're going through all this as well. But in the meantime, we have a I'd like to describe this to you guys, right? There's an original track I'll be playing shortly for the listening viewers. It is called Beti Beta, which was released earlier this year. So, Malibu, who wrote, produced, and engineered this song?
This song, This song was written in 2001. This song sat in our book for 20 years until
Wow.
earlier this year when I was going through with my producer and I was going through songs like every year I do a couple songs, right? Or a one or probably two, So I was going through my music and when I just sang just the first piece of this song, and he said, okay, we're gonna work. He didn't hear the whole song, yo. And he said, okay, we're gonna work with that. So when he heard the whole song and the lyrics in the song, he was ecstatic, yo. And
Okay.
me personally, I didn't even know the song would have been so touching and so because after 20 years, just releasing a song alone was my winner. Just
Okay.
getting the opportunity to produce this song was my winner. Number two, the music arrangements, every single thing was done at the Destiny Studios. Now, this song was written by my mommy, Sirana
Wow.
Kisood, back in 2001. This song
Yeah.
is really based on stuff we saw in front of our eyes at the moment in time. And instead of you just have it in your mind and you're going to forget it, you just write it down, never knowing it will be a song, right? You
Mm-hmm.
never know it will be a song after a couple of years later when you realize it's a song, right? Then
Yeah.
it's really a song, you know what I mean? And I thank my mommy, thank my producer Stephen Nanan for building me music. And all the inspiration my mom, that my sisters and my wife and brother, everybody was involved. My sisters was involved in this song, my brother was involved in this song, my father was involved in this song. I was involved in this song, but the main person was my mommy. Everybody was involved in this song. So it's a family, everybody came
Yeah.
together and did this. You know,
And
but
yeah. And guys, there's no need to worry about, what he's saying and stuff. We always tend to inform, educate, entertain, always bring forth, the knowledge and the expertise as well. So, just tell us something before I play this song, what Beti Beta means. Can you just describe like what that means to us so we will have an
Beti
idea when
Beta, Beti Beta is girl and boy in Hindi.
okay.
Well, the Hindi part of the song, Kaise tu hai maran, Beti Beta. The meaning of that is why you abandon all your children. Or
Oh,
why you abandon all your kids. Like, that's the meaning of that.
yeah, yeah, because we know these days, a lot of that has been
It's a
happening
real.
as well. And
It's
that's
real,
not
but
happening
it's real,
only
bro.
Trinidad and Tobago, that's happened all over the world.
No-
It is unfortunate.
Now,
Mm-hmm.
these type of
That
music, I say is basically, most of these nice songs are here like this reality aspect of our life and trying to be family oriented.
of
You're
course.
seeing things happen in society that you need to speak about. You're seeing things happen in society that the writers and the singers do not write and sing about. Um, Nation building music, it's like it's dead. These things we need back, and I go try my best, but I just excited to get my music out and for people to love my music, buddy. As I say, it's a
That's
hobby
fine.
until it started to shoot off.
All right, so Malibu, we're gonna play this one here. Beti Beta is a 2021 Chutney Soca. Gonna play it now.
It's your boy Malibu again. This is a message for all the daddies out
Hey!
there. Yes, Dada. Still in your kids' lives. कैसे तो है मरण बेटी बेटा क्या कहो पापा क्या कहो कैसे तो है मरण बेटी बेटा क्या कहो पापा क्या कहो why you abandon all your children tell me please tell me why you abandon all your children tell me papa please tell me Malibu again. Reality music. Promise to love me, that was the key. Open a new door for you and me. Promise to love
Hey!
me, that was the key. Open a new door for you and me. We bring you happiness when we were small. No, you don't answer when we call. कैसे तो है मरण बेटी बेटा क्या कहो पापा क्या कहो why you abandon all your children tell me papa please tell me reality music you hold our hands and you teach me to walk waiting and wishing when we could talk you hold our hands and you teach me to walk waiting and wishing when we could talk the Lord has blessed you with beautiful children so tell me why you punishing them कैसे तो है मरण बेटी बेटा क्या कहो पापा क्या कहो why you abandon all your children tell me papa please tell me Malibu again reality music sat in a corner, feeling the heat, holding up belly boy, nothing to eat. We sat in a corner, feeling the heat, holding up belly boy, nothing to eat. We back up on us and we walk out your door, because we couldn't take it anymore. कैसे तो है मरण, बेटी बेटा, क्या कहो
Beti Beta!
कैसे तो है मरण
No, yeah, listen to it, you know.
क्या कहो पापा क्या कहो
Hope you guys say it, you know.
abandon all your children tell me please tell me why you abandon all your children tell me papa please tell me Seeing your kids' lives progress is my message to everyone.
Yeah, man. Well done, well done. Yeah, man. So that's what we're talking about. Beti Beta. So really and truly, that's about the son and daughter, and really seeing why leaving them, and it's really a serious thing, and the message is lovely as well. And it's a, you know what I call it? I call that, for me, that sounds like a chutney conscious.
Oh yeah,
To
it's
me.
be conscious. Yeah, I've been called by a few people the cleanest Chutney Soca singer out here. You know, a lot of people. You know, because of the but that's okay. That's just my conscious part, my conscious side. You know, because
Yeah.
personally I'm a family guy. You know, I have wife, I have kids, I have you know, as I say, I went to masjid, I went to temples, I go to church. I can, you know,
Right.
I hold that more important than the you know, the wine and dine and drinking alcohol and whining on glue and you know, half naked whining. No, it is kind of negative songs, but that don't mean to say that I could just jump out and do a power chutney or a power soca or yeah, a nice song, but based on you know, I mean, just to get to see how the industrial take the music because it's all type of music that we write, yo. It's not only chutney soca, calypso. I've got kaiso music. I've got reggae music. I've got country western music. I've got that's music I have on released on recorded. still. You know,
Yeah.
so it's not Chutney Soca alone I do. I just do a few Chutney Soca songs to let the industry and the young people know that the thing is not dead.
Right, it is alive. And you're
The thing
talking
is
about
alive and
Chutney
well.
Soca.
If you guys
And you're
want to
talking
hear conscious music, there is social media, so much
yes,
platforms to go and hear music today. Don't
yes.
depend on the media houses. The media
Mm.
houses, all due respect to them, they do a wonderful jobs, but some of these guys sleep in some of
Yeah,
these guys' pockets. Personally, I'm telling you straight. Or some of these guys
right.
is friends to this one, or family to this one, or owe this one a
Mm-hmm.
favor, or owe this one a favor, and that's the life we live today. You have to live with it, face it.
Of
That's
course.
how it is. You
Street
know
talk,
what I
no
mean?
chaser.
I'm a new artist. I'm not fighting for nothing. I'm just fighting for one thing I want to fight for. I just want the world to hear my message. That's
Of
all.
course.
That's all. Hear my contribution towards
Yeah.
music, towards Trinidad and Tobago culture. That's my main focus. Trinidad and Tobago culture. Although I can sing Arabic music, I can sing Hindi music, I can do these things. But I'm all for Trinidad and Tobago culture, yo. The
Yes.
way it's supposed to be, the way it created and the way it created to be, not the way it
Amen
is
to
now,
that.
yo. You know what I mean? And it's and that's me, Malibu. I could jump out and do something real bad anytime, and you'll be so surprised.
Yeah,
Yeah, the same
well, look
person
at this
singing
shit
on
too,
the twice
you
now.
know? And look
You
at this
know?
shit too, yeah. So like it's Miami, you know? Malibu, drinking. Yeah, I just cover that kind of feeling now because you know it's Malibu. I think I just give it that
Yeah.
sort of flavor and that sort of vibes in.
Yeah, you look
And to
like a
really
Flo you look Florida-ish, Miami-ish today on.
yes, yes. I mean I have to bring the international flavor in it. And I
Oh
mean
yeah.
you said you're in Canada and you're doing your music and stuff, right? Which is good. And just to let you know, the sky is the limit.
Now man,
Yeah.
it's
Remember
cooler than
that.
that.
Remember you're promoting Trinidad and Tobago, all in
Oh yeah.
Canada. It has to
Oh
go
yeah,
over. But before,
I was featured for the first time to introduce. I was fortunate, I was lucky given the opportunity to introduce Chutney Soca to the Simcoe, Ontario in 2019. They hold a carnival and I was featured for the first time. A Chutney Soca
wow.
artist was featured in this area in the
Mm-hmm.
carnival, and that person was Jamie, aka Malibu Buddy.
Yeah,
You know,
man.
so I created already, guys. So you know, it
It's
could
true.
just open, you know, and get wider and bigger. That's all.
And and before we go, remember we have a couple more things to really mention before we go, right? Important, right? Like during this period of restrictions, right? From like since December 2019 up until now, how have you been coping overall as an individual?
Well, me personally, I am my circle is small. My
Okay.
circle is just four. All my family is my brothers, sisters, auntie, uncles, niece, nephews. Every single person lives in Trinidad. It's just me and my wife and my two kids here. So my circle is small, and we try to keep it small. We have some good people here. It's like just like brothers and sisters and family. You know, it's not that we live in amongst bad people. These people is wonderful people. The most nicest set of people I've ever met is here. And but the COVID-19 never it didn't really affect us. I live in the country more close to the lakes and stuff. It's country, right? Not
Okay.
that populated like Toronto or these big
Mm-hmm.
cities, you know what I mean? So
Okay.
it wasn't that down here, it wasn't that bad to say, well, bad at times, but it
Yeah,
was
yeah.
bad. You know, it was bad all over the place, you know what I mean? But we lived through it. As I say, it's almost back to normal now again, you know, people out to work as normal. Soon to launch a roti shop here on my own. So
Yes, man.
these things, yeah. So try to work hard, trying to accomplish my feet, you know, I always be, you know, and keep the music coming too. So
Yes, man. And I've seen here there's a message coming here from the Chutney Soca as well. Si- Simcoe Cordova Posse.
yeah, man, I around here. Today is Friday, the 13th, and Port Dover, Ontario, Canada, it's the place where you'll see the most set of motorbikes in one
Yeah.
day. Hundreds of
Okay.
thousands of motorbikes flock down to Port Dover today. Right now, as
Wow.
we speak, there's thousands of bikes leaving from here to go wherever they're going. Bikes from the States, bikes from all over, South, North America, come here.
Right, man. And then you was mentioning you'll be opening up a roti shop soon, right?
Oh
So,
yeah.
like what next will be for Malibu? You know, I know you say you have a roti shop, you'll be opening up soon. Like anything next, any music, anything else?
Uh,
You know, any category?
I'll let some, well,
Anything.
Malibu is an individual that have lots of music and nobody. I have a lot of compositions. So it's not that when I have to go and release a song, I have to see about writing a song or see how worrying about big putting lyrics. I write music, we write music as we get the story as we go along. We don't wait to release a song to sit down and write to release a song to sit down and write a song. So the
Right, right.
music, and then I have a young family. I want to open my business soon, trying to keep up with the music. So it's a lot doing, it's a lot doing. Sometimes I go and do a small thing for somebody, for a birthday party, for some kids, like that. The school bells especially, because I've done school bells, the song, kids, students from in convent, some students from in convent, and some students from in Guyana, and
Right, right.
they do a project on school bells, the song. So
Wow.
I was overwhelmed, It reached, these students, I say, once it's students and school, feel free to use my music. That's what I'm here for. That's why that's where the positivity is for.
And how can we find Malibu in terms of like music and in terms of like Facebook, any social media handles, how people can get in
Well,
contact with you in case you want to do a song?
I'm on Facebook, Jamil Mohammed, Malibu Music Live. You guys could go up and like the page. That's my personal page, Malibu Music Live. YouTube. Uh, I'm on Instagram, TikTok. I'm all over the place, man.
Yeah.
You can reach me at 519 410 5625. That's my number.
509.
519 410
Mm-hmm.
5625. You can reach me
Nice.
at that number.
All
And
right, nice man.
anyway on social media, man, Jamir Mohammed. Yep, that's
All
me.
right, man. This is man. I really have to share that with the people and let them know that it's Jameer Mohammed. CC spelling Jameer Mohammed. And you see
Yeah.
the number as well. So you can get in touch with him, get connected, hear the positive music, the message, the vibes. And just remember, guys, never give up on your dreams.
To ever do that. It took me
And one
23 years.
yes, and one more thing, like what message would you have to like upcoming artists?
Just don't give up, man. Don't give up. Don't feel that I know personally as an original artist, as an original writer, composer, singer. It's hard work, yo. Let me tell you, it's hard work. Let me tell you why it's hard work. You bust your brains and you bust your time writing these compositions. And when you bring it, and it's so lovely, meaningful, family oriented,
Okay.
lyrical content up to par, sweet, every single thing. And it's not penetrating, it's not that it's not penetrating the people, but the people
Mm-hmm.
up there not want to penetrate it into the people. They choose for it to just go the same way. Not me, I'm not speaking for myself. I'm speaking on the younger artists, because if you listen,
Yes.
you guys listen to social media. I'm not saying radio stations. Listen to the social media and watch the upcoming young artists and the kind of music these guys bringing you. They are doing a very, very good job, but they're not
Yes,
being
yes.
heard.
Right.
Check it, they're not being heard. The only
Yes.
social media, YouTube, Facebook, they whatever Facebook page they have, and that's it. And these guys have the people to play. I am saying it play no. Because I don't
Of
take
course.
nobody music to sing body. I write my own music. I do my own things. I don't say it plain. You know what I mean? Give the younger artists and the people coming up new doing original 100% Trinidad and Tobago local culture a chance, no man.
Yeah, man.
And then after all, they're going all over the world and they're
Cool.
on a stage and seeing all the toying. All in a toying body, all they're going for the same Trinidadian crowd, but just in a different place.
Yeah, man. And I'm
I'm
really
telling all the
appreciating
straight.
the message.
all the same people, same Trinidadian people, or Jamaican people, Caribbean people, it's the same crowd all they pulling. All you want to see the whole of England or the whole of Canada or the whole place full of white people in Caribbean. Why? But when Uncle Sparrow and them used to tour the world, watch the crowd then and watch the crowd now. I'll tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong.
Yeah. That was well said as well, Malibu. And I really want
I
to.
want to try to tell the younger, don't ever give up. You never know. You never know what could happen. You never know who could hear your songs. You never know who could hear your music. You never know who could contact you today and say, well, bro, hello, this, that. You will feel so overwhelmed. The kind of people contacted me and tell me about my music is like I already win a competition, buddy.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? Because I never know how to meet some more people and be here and go here and talk to this person. I get to meet this person and explain the song to this person. And I'm a person who could explain every single one of my songs.
Yeah.
You know, I can
I'll go
explain
whole
every
night.
single. Yeah, I could go whole night, but it just to the younger artists do give up, man. It took me 23 years and I finally here. This time I can say that I'm here to stay. I'm not going away. Malibu not going nowhere. I'm just beginning. That's what I want to tell Trinidad and Tobago. Malibu is just beginning. And what you guys heard so far is songs that we never thought would have make it. So just can you imagine what we have remain.
Yeah, man. And I just want to play this song, for we to take us all the one from 2020. I'm just gonna play a song there for you right now, man. So you can hear it in the background, right? So
Yeah, man.
So we are the school bell ring! Solomon Self JB aka Malibu! School bell ring. Why say is that true story?
Hey, that's a true story happened in 2003 in Barco, Trinidad.
Yeah, man. Barco, big up on yourself. The Southland. You know the East Side big up on there right now. It's your boy here, Slick to the Entertainer. I love this, is a true story. So we're taking out all the song right now with this. Yay! Yay! What's it now, little bitty? Hey.
My hero brother and my friend, I didn't know that it's the end. I can't believe you have to go. Oh my brother, I miss you so. You were my special guy, always standing at my side. This is what I heard him say, it's still ringing my ears today. I can hear the school bell ring, says you will have to go. You don't have to wait, I will be a little late. I am very proud of you, sis, you are very brave. As he lie in the ground in Beti, give me his last breath.
Yay!
He looked at the left, he looked at the right. Not a people was inside. He gave me a smiley wave to me. But that's what he didn't see. His books and bag was all around. I sat beside him on the ground. Watched his body fade away. And this is what I heard him say. I can hear the school bell ring, says you will have to go. You don't have to wait. I will be a little late. I am very proud of you, sis, you are very brave. As he lie the ground in Beti, give me his heartbeat.
Hey,
I've cried hungry for many years.
much thanks, man. Richard. Pick up yourself. Don't join on the live. Yes.
Thank my little family for bringing this gift to me. My brother and my mom, now they have that special bond. I can hear the school bell ring says you will have to go. You don't have to wait, I will be a little late. I am very proud of you, sis. You are
That's actually from the man himself, Malibu. This is a true story. Yeah, man. I want to thank you so much, man, for joining in on the live interview tonight, man. I really
Thank you.
appreciate your patience, your time, your effort.
Okay, man.
Despite whatever happened, we got through with it.
The glitch was on my end, so I'm sorry for that. I could admit that. The glitch wasn't on your end. The glitch was on my
I
end.
do.
Sorry to say, Canada and Trinidad, Canada is not supposed to be number one in the
Yeah.
that thing, you know what I mean? But so I give Trinidad the credit, I give you guys the credit if that was my I thank you so much for having me, man. Give me the opportunity to explain about my music, and I thank everybody for listening and liking my songs, liking the conscious lyrics. To all my colleagues and them, and to all the artists, all the singers, writers, composers, everybody, Malibu love all your bad, right? Don't feel that Malibu don't like all your and this and that. I just a quiet, rock back, family type oriented, cool type of guy. So that's why you wouldn't see me in too much a crowd and these kind of thing. I deliver through songs, through music. If you need me, you can call me. I can rock a stage still. But
Of course.
and the other thing, I don't just sing my music. I sing Bollywood songs. I sing Arabic music. I sing a lot of rap shorty music. A lot of people that I mentor, I try to learn a part of what they left or what they created still. I just say a big thank you to Mr. Nirmal Massive Gosain, man. One of my biggest mentor out there, man. The guy that worked very, very hard year in, year out, you know what I mean? And Mr. Devanan Sukram, Mr. Kieran Williams, oh God, Mr. Kieran Williams, brother. That guy is like I known that guy for so long, bro, and it's like it's something that you don't publish. You don't publish friendship like that. You don't publish togetherness like that. So Mr. Kieran Williams, aka you are come on.
Yes, man.
Thank you so much, buddy. Miss Ingrid, my mommy, my daddy, Suyana Kisune, aka Auntie Shoy, all my family, Anissa Mohammed, big respect, Anissa girl, love you bad. To my wife, Tina, my two kids, my two sisters, my brother, niece, my nephews, everybody. Love all you real bad, man. Miss all you bad too, Trinidad and here. Wish I had a bridge to just drive across and check all you and come back. But
yeah, man,
that would be like good, that, man. Thanks for social media and these things. And thank you again, buddy, for having me. And I'd like to follow me on YouTube, Facebook. Don't forget to like my page, Malibu Music Life. And look out for more music. You never know what can happen. It's me. Anything can happen. I could choose anything and just, family oriented again, positive vibes. That's what we deal, and believe in one thing. If you don't believe in nothing, just believe in one thing. That Heavenly Father above, that boss, that supreme being, that person we give thanks to. Nothing is here. Nothing is yours without his, his guidance and his protection or that's the main person in your guys' lives, and without that supreme being, we'll never be here, right? Now, second supreme being is our appearance.
Amen to that.
That is one of our downfalls, because we tend to go into a church, a temple, and a mosque, and go and kneel down and pray and jump high and cry and pause, go raise, and you're feeling the Lord and you're feeling the God's Spirit. But you're not talking to your mommy and your daddy. It don't make sense to go and do that.
Right.
So that is a big problem in society. Try to reconcile with your mommy and daddy, nobody else. That is the earthly gods, that's the earthly parents, that's the people that have you here. And that's the only way we're going to move forward. You
Amen
know,
to
so
that, man.
don't get up in the morning and go into your church or your mosque or your temple and you hate your mom, you hate your daddy. Or you're not talking to this one, you're not talking to that one. Leave God house alone if that happening to you. That's my message I wanted to tell everybody. You know, that's my main message I want to tell everybody. Seek God in your parents, and God will come directly to you.
Thank you so much, man. Jamir,
Have a good night,
Jamie,
everyone. Thanks for having me, man.
Malibu. Take care, man. Right, so that was the man himself, Jamir Muhammad, aka Malibu. Hey, that was a wonderful and inspirational and very interesting interview we had tonight. Oh my goodness. He talked about his music, what he plans to do. We released a song as well, Beti Beta, a Chutney Soca, but it's also like a conscious vibe as well. And look out for more interviews coming up Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And there's so much to come. Hope you guys have a great day. It was really a pleasure having you all, and thanks for all the love and support. Y'all take care of yourselves now. Until Monday, stay safe.